I'm a little bit worried of being kidnapped. I know that's kind of a weird thing of someone of my build and size. Yeah, like you're kind of wondering about the reason is because it would be weeks. I'd go missing, and it would be weeks before anybody kind of knew anything was up. Like, if you ever watch those shows, like the crime watch shows, the police officer talks to the mother or whatever, and they always ask this question of, is this behaviour out of character for the person who's gone missing? So my mother would be on the phone and she'd be saying, oh yes, well he hasn't come around to visit us. None of his friends say they've seen him. The neighbours say they haven't seen him coming or going from the house. And the police officer would say, is this behaviour out of character for Mr. Ruddle? And my mother would say, you know what, sorry to bother you. And she'd be saying, meanwhile, I'm just tied to a chair in a basement, like. They're not getting me back from that one. But do you know what I'm actually worried about? I'm actually more worried about being framed for murder, because I would never have an alibi. It would just be like an open and shut case. They say, like, oh, Mr. Ruddle, where were you last Saturday at 8 o'clock? And I would say, I was at home by myself. I say, did you meet with any friends, or did you see anybody that could corroborate this alibi of yours? And I would go, no. And they would say, what were you doing at home by yourself? And I would say, I was just using the computer, watching TV and stuff. And they would say, oh, well, you know what? We can just check your internet history and we can verify when you were home and when you were using the computer. And I would be like, you know what? I think I'm just going to take the murder rap. It's not that there's anything dodgy in there. It's just, it would be a bunch of really embarrassing questions. It would be things like how to be funny. And the difference between affluent and affluent. And it would also be me Googling myself to see how famous I am. And like I tell you this, if you've ever tried to be a performer or something, you can tell how well someone's career is going by how specific you have to be on the Google. So the rest of mine would be Taylor Ruddle comedian. Taylor Ruddle comedian in Christchurch, New Zealand. And then you might get my Facebook page or something.